Hello everybody and welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York, sponsored in part by Ventura's Car-Star Collision in Orchard Park and Artisan Kitchen and Bath on Amherst Street in Buffalo.
And we're so glad all of you could join us this morning because we have 5 very talented chefs who are going to be preparing some very innovative dishes that you're going to find easy enough to prepare right in your own kitchen. We promise.
Yes, as we always do in our show.
Exactly. That's the whole premise of our show. We want you to be able to make these things at home and be able to have them for dinner and really, wow, impress your guests, your family.
And really see from the professional chefs some of their techniques that you might not find in the cookbook that are not mentioned there, you know, coming out of experience and stuff like that.
That's right.
Over years of working
I
in
have
kitchens,
a whole new set of whisks because you told me all the different type of whisks.
The soft wire
yes,
whisk.
And how they work. You taught me how to make the best steak by buttering it and then using Maldon salt. I mean,
there you go.
It's endless.
There you go.
So let's get things rolling this morning with a regular on our show, Chef Orazio Ippolito. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Orazio from Orazio's Italian Restaurant, and today I have my executive chef, Bill Smith, with me, and we're making a simple but beautiful dish.
Beautiful walleye, dusted with some brown pretzels, and a mock chew.
God bless you.
Oh. Mock chew is actually like a creamed corn, but it's got some Louisiana, New Orleans flavorings to it.
So we leave the skin on the fish here just because it helps hold it together when we're flipping it over. Again, it's just pretzels, put it in the Cuisinart or put it in a bag, hit it with the hammer or the back of a saute pan, break up your pretzels, and encase your fish with it. Get your pan nice and hot. You're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in it. We're gonna just get the pretzels coated here, and then we're gonna finish it in the oven.
Putting a little salt. A little black pepper on for seasoning.
And now we're just gonna finish that in the oven for, what, about 8 to 10 minutes?
About 8 to 10 minutes, it'll be perfectly flaky.
All right, so now we're gonna make our mock choux. Husked the corn earlier, cut it off, but usually at the restaurant, we'll take it and we'll actually roast it to give it a little bit more flavor and get a little caramelization on
Absolutely.
that corn.
A little more flavor too. You get that smoky flavor. It helps add to the bacon and the onions.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the bacon right now, put the bacon in first. We'll get a little bit of color on the bacon, get a little bit more of that smokiness, and you can use whatever kind of bacon that you want. If you want to use an apple cider or something like that to give it a little bit more.
Delicious, delicious.
And you want to saute it pretty good. You don't want it quite crisp, but you want to cook that color out and caramelize that sugar in the bacon. And even with this dish, Bill, could you use like a sea bass?
Absolutely. You could use almost any fish you wanted with this. I think anything would work well with this flavoring.
Okay.
But I like to do it when the corn is fresh. You get a lot more flavor from fresh corn.
And if you do have to use frozen corn, then we would highly recommend that you put it on like a sheet pan, put a little bit of virgin olive oil on it, and put it on the top of your broiler. Get some of that color on it, and you'll see that that corn will taste even better, even though it's frozen.
Absolutely.
We're gonna add our onion to it, just a white Spanish onion. And we'll cook that out a little bit, just since the onion's gonna take a little bit more time. Cook it right out with the bacon for a little while.
Looking delicious, Roz.
Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of green bell pepper to that. It's got beautiful colors. Some red bell pepper. Mix it up just a little bit. Look at that color.
Beautiful.
And then we're gonna add our corn. I'm just gonna let that sit on top. We always try to layer the food as we cook it. Let the bottom keep cooking, and then the top, the corn, we just want to warm it lightly. You don't really have to cook it much, especially if you roasted it already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar, just to add a little bit of sweetness and to give it that malty, caramely flavor. A little bit of fresh scallion. And you can see I'm not even gonna mix it, I'm gonna just let it do its thing. I'm gonna add a little bit of heavy cream. You can see how thick this is. We actually use a 40% heavy cream. Adds a lot more flavor, a lot more richness to it. So we're just letting that cream come down a little bit. Add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of sea salt. Look at the colors. It smells fantastic. That bacon's cooking right up.
That's better than any cream corn you can buy, Roz.
Exactly. And believe it or not just because we're Italian, but we actually add a little bit of fresh grated Romano cheese to this. And what this does is it smooths out all the flavors together, but it also tightens up that cream just a little bit. Now we're ready for the fish, and we'll plate it together.
Beautiful.
All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of our homemade pesto sauce to the mayonnaise for the top of the fish.
Delicious finish.
This smells delicious, Bill.
It looks good too. How's those flavors?
Absolutely incredible. The bacon, the corn, that pesto mayo completes the dish. Makes me want to go fishing right now, or to Orazio's.
Come dine with me in Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, television, video, DVD.
Some say it's our amazing sports bar. Others, our relaxed and comfortable dining room. And then there are those who say it's our private meeting and banquet rooms where we take care of everything. Whatever draws you to Buffalo's best grill and catering, one thing's for certain, you'll always get a great meal. We pride ourselves on our casual atmosphere with very comfortable prices. Buffalo's best grill and catering, Southwestern Boulevard in Orchard Park. Stop in today and see why we're Buffalo's best.
A great video can add that wow factor to an annual sales meeting, a board of directors meeting, a trade show, corporate training.
From scripting to shooting to editing, we'll even help get the video on your website. Key Video is ready to go to work for you.
Come in for a great time at Alton's. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York, brought to you by Key Video Productions and Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino. Our own grill boy, aka Chef Rexinger, is firing up the big green egg as he gets ready to show us some backyard grilling techniques. Yes, I know it's January 22nd, but in my opinion, there's never a bad month to grill. But right now, let's head back out to the studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchen and Bath.
Today we're making penne Tuscany. And what I've done so far to make this dish, the first thing I did was I took a bulb eggplant, I cubed it in large pieces, I placed it on a plate that had coffee filters on it, and what that does is it absorbs all of the liquid in the eggplant. Salted it real good to extract any of the bitters that are in the eggplant, and then I took it to the microwave and I put it on there for about 10 minutes, checking it about 5 minutes into it to make sure that everything was where it's supposed to be. Then I took it out of the microwave, I put it on a pan to cool. Then I took my saute pan and I added some spicy Italian sausage. I removed the skins. You can use bulk, you can use patties. I happen to use links. I put them in just hand-sized pieces, sauteed it, rendered it down, and I pulled that off the heat as well. And then what I did was I took 2 28-ounce cans of San Marzano tomatoes, which is the prized tomato in Italy. And what I did was I just pureed those right in the pan. And now we're going to assemble our dish for the final product. Okay, so now what I do is I have some onions sauteing on the stove. To that, we're going to add a little bit of fresh chopped garlic, maybe about 1 or 2 cloves. You can never have too much garlic. And you always want to add your garlic after the onions so you don't want it to burn. Okay, we have it at about a medium-high heat. And you see it's nice and caramelized. And the reason you want to caramelize it is because this will extract all the natural sugars that are in the onion and any of the products that you're cooking. Now to that, we're going to reintroduce our Italian sausage that's already pre-cooked. And we're just going to add it right to the pan. We're going to take our microwaved and sauteed eggplant. We're going to add that to the dish. And then we're just going to do a couple of spins around the pan to get all of the flavors, all of the products all happy and together. And if you could smell this, it's absolutely amazing. Now, if you want to make this vegetarian, you just leave out the step of the sausage. You can also add zucchini or squash to it. You can add mushrooms. It's pretty much a real open dish. You can do anything you like. Now that we have everything nice and hot, we're going to take our pureed San Marzano tomatoes and we're going to add that right to the pan. We're going to give it a quick stir. Okay, now we're going to add our fresh herbs to our mixture. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some fresh oregano. And we're just going to kind of coarsely chop it, gives it more of a rustic feel. And you want to use about 3 times as much or so, whichever you prefer, fresh herb as opposed to dried, because the dried has a little higher concentration ratio. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some fresh chopped thyme. We're going to use about a teaspoon of this, but you can add more if you wish. And then the last one we're going to use is some fresh basil. Now the fresh basil is grown in my house, kind of a staple there. And again, we're just going to do this as a rough chop. I like to see the leaves in my sauce. Okay, now we're going to add our fresh herbs to our sauce. Okay, now we're going to add some fresh grated Pecorino Romano. Pecorino is from goat. And then the prize cheese of Italy, Parmigiano Reggiano. This is kind of like the best cheese in the whole wide world. And we're going to add that to that. And you can add more or less, whatever you prefer. That's the beauty of cooking this dish. You can make it any way you like. To that, we're going to add some fresh sea salt, coarse ground black pepper, and of course, being Sicilian, I like a little bit of sugar in there. It'll just cut the acidity in the tomatoes just very, very slightly, about a tablespoon. All right, now we get to taste the fruits of our labor. Normally this is a family style serving. Probably 4 to 6 people can eat off of this, but I'm the only one here today, so I'm gonna make this my portion. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's Italian. My name is Chef Art Christie from Frontier Catering. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
After being involved in an accident, one of the first things you think about is getting your car repaired as quickly as possible. But where do you go? And who do you trust? The only name to keep top of mind and stored in your phone is Ventura's CarStar Collision. When it comes to customer service, quality, warranties, and peace of mind, we have you covered. Leave it to the pros at Ventura's CarStar Collision and relax. We'll take it from here.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.
It's not every day that you find a getaway with something for everyone. At Seneca Resorts and Casinos, we're all about escaping the everyday for some luxury, some relaxation, and a lot of excitement after work or the game, for an evening of wonder or a weekend away. Seneca Resorts and Casinos, the excitement you've been looking for.
Welcome back. Today I would like to share a very special recipe with you. It's an Ahi Poke. Ahi Poke, it originated in Hawaii and then made its way over to California. But let's start by doing the sauce first. Super easy sauce recipe and very, very delicious. We take some soy sauce, 1 part soy sauce. I use the light one, has less sodium in there. And then also some sesame oil. Again, same amount, 1 part sesame oil. Whisk that together real good. And then we add our chili sauce. This is like a sambal oelek, almost like a Chinese chili sauce. and this is half a part. So very easy recipe, 1.5. Combine that real well and set that aside. All right, now let's attend to our tuna. So using our nice ahi tuna fillet, and we're gonna cut that up a little bit. All we want is really very simple, dice it a little bit. If you see a bit of like a bloodline in here, that's an item you wanna cut out. It's not gonna hurt you, but also not necessarily to be in there. And then we give it a nice dice here. And this is really, it's a nice, yeah, I want to call it a sushi dish, you know, ceviche dish. And you know, we have one place that's always good for sushi and ceviches. That's our koi restaurant at the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino. All right, now that we have our tuna all diced up, we add the ingredients. Add a little bit of red onion, finely diced. A little bit of scallions. You know, with that being originally from Hawaii, of course, our macadamia nut, and we just crushed those up a little bit, roasted them, crushed them up a little bit. When I mentioned the dish came originally over from Hawaii, it was the fishermen there. You know, they pulled in the tuna, they didn't really have any cooking possibilities on their little outrigger boats and whatnot, so they would scrape some of the tuna meat out, add their chili sauce, add their soy sauce, and like, you know, eat it as a snack lunch right there on the boats. We have cilantro. That might have been the Southern California edition, same as the avocado. Beautiful. I could go on about avocados all day long. They're so good for you, so healthy for you. So we have all that. We give that a little stir here. And then add some of our dressing, some of our sauce. Beautiful. Again, if you have company coming, you can make that probably the day off. Keep it in your fridge covered. I wouldn't make it overnight or pre-make it too early because of the avocados and also, you know, the fresh fish. You want that nice clean flavor there. All right, and that's really it. There you go, ahi poke. I like to serve it with some kind of a crostini or crisp. Here we use some wonton chips. It's just a wonton wrapper you can get in the store, fried, or you could use bagged taro chips, whatever you fancy with that. That, together with some Coronas, get you right back onto the beach. If you can't travel that far, the Seneca and Niagara Resort and Casino is always a good choice. We have all the international flavors there as well. Enjoy and come dine with me, Western New York.
Aloha! I wish I had my sunglasses. I feel like I'm ready for the beach.
Yes, you certainly are with this dish. You know, by ways of Hawaii through California, it worked its way over to the East Coast.
A nice fusion, yeah.
It's one of my favorite appetizers.
What would you say the flavor is?
It's spicy, yet, you know, has all the textures in there, and so it's a great appetizer. But let's talk about what else is happening here at the Restaurant World at the Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino.
And you can really find everything that's going on here just by checking out their website, senecacasinos.com.
Yeah, and also like us on our Facebook page.
That's right. Our Facebook page is Come Dine With Me, WNY. And you know what? We all know that a great meal begins with tasty appetizers, right?
Absolutely.
And no one does that better on the grill than Artisan Kitchens and Baths' Jeff Brexinger. That's up next, right after Beth and Mimi give us the scoop on the entertainment scene here at the Seneca Casinos.
Hi everyone, I'm Beth.
And I'm Mimi. It doesn't get more country than Chris Young. Sing along to Young's classics like Lonely Eyes and I'm Coming Over. Fridays, January 27th at Seneca Niagara Event Center. Don't miss this magical night.
Then, he's a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame and three-time Grammy winner, Chris Christopherson. Takes center stage at the Seneca Allegheny Event Center this coming Saturday.
Check out this and more world-class entertainment and events. Nothing else comes close. at SenecaCasinos.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Rexinger from Artisan Kitchens and Bath. Today we're here with the Big Green Egg, and we're going to make two really amazing appetizers. We're going to be making a pulled pork egg roll, and we're going to have buffalo portobello shrooms. You're going to want to pay attention because these are going to be great and your family's going to love them. First, we're going to start with the egg rolls. Simple ingredients. We have the cabbage that's pre-cut. You can buy it from the bag from the supermarket. Just going to add some apple cider vinegar and some white vinegar to the cabbage, and some onions and some diced green, red, yellow peppers. The pulled pork we prepared several days ago, cooked it at about 200 degrees for about 6.5 to 7 hours. You're just going to spoon on some of the pulled pork and then add some of your cabbage and pepper mixture, and then simply wrap the egg roll. Now it's time to make the buffalo shrooms. Grill your chicken on the Big Green Egg. Just dice it into very small pieces. It'll have smoky flavor from the charcoal that you choose to use on your Big Green Egg, and that'll impart itself right onto your chicken. So just get a fine dice and then add it to a bowl. Add some Frank's hot sauce with butter and either gorgonzola or crumbly blue. Today we're using gorgonzola. Just mix that all together and then take your portobellos and stuff it right in. We're at about 400 degrees on the Big Green Egg. These appetizers are ready to go on, and they'll be ready in a minute. Some of you might be thinking egg rolls on the Big Green Egg. The moisture that the Big Green Egg can hold inside as the food cooks will keep those egg roll shells tender, and the high heat will allow them to crisp all at the same time. The mushrooms will cook at a rate that's very rapid, but they'll stay tender too because the Big Green Egg locks in all the moisture inside the cooking space. I think the dishes were pretty impressive. The egg roll stayed very, very crisp. The mushroom, the gorgonzola really added a nice flavor and complemented the Frank's hot sauce. They were great. At your next party, make the appetizers and send everybody home happy.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths, Western New York's most interactive showroom.
Lockport's favorite restaurant and meeting place, the Village Eatery Italian Bistro serves the finest pizza, pasta, chicken, veal, and seafood. Our famous Friday night fish fry, homemade Italian bread, and old world sauce have kept Western New Yorkers coming back for over 35 years. Check out our vast wine selection and visit the Bistro Bar for a signature martini. For really great Italian-American food, it's the Village Eatery Italian Bistro.
I only went to talk. Didn't expect to fall in love. I told him what I needed and he listened. We finally decided to go through with it. The design team was with us every step of the way, and we created our dream kitchen.
And within budget. We hardly spend time in a living room anymore.
Make your living room jealous. Let Artisan Kitchens and Baths craft your dream kitchen, from cabinets and countertops to appliance brands like Miele, Sub-Zero, and Wolf. Visit our showroom at 200 Amherst Street in Buffalo. Artisan Kitchens and Baths.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
Welcome to Illy DePaul's restaurant. It's a family affair here as we carry on tradition of my grandfather of serving great food, sharing stories, talking sports, and celebrating with friends and family at the Ringside Lounge. If you're looking for traditional Italian, look no further than our veal marsala. We take the finest cut of veal, sauté with our marsala wine, mushrooms, and our bordelaise, served with a side of fettuccine alfredo. Now that's Italian. Veal marsala has been a staple of our menu for the past 50 years, and we've been perfecting it ever since. It's always a great day at Ilio DiPaolo's. We'll see you at the Ringside Lounge.
We are out of time for this episode of Come Dine With Me, Western New York. But as we suggest every week, please support your local independent restaurants when dining out. There's a lot of reason why this is important.
Oh, that's right. It helps to keep our economy vibrant. And you know, when it's vibrant like that, I think people tend to want to start businesses. They feel more confident in starting their businesses. And I've seen more and more restaurants popping up on social media. You know, this one and this one, they're getting great reviews.
You know, it's
in the
definitely
Buffalo
a lot of
and
stuff
Western New
happening
York
here,
area.
yeah. Mhm.
Exactly. And you know, when that happens, it gives people jobs. And it also, I think, creates a healthy competition between the chefs because they want customers coming to their restaurants.
Are you saying chefs are competitive?
Possibly.
Anyway.
And so they're going to be having these great menus, and you know, it really works for all of us then, doesn't it?
Sure do.
And just a reminder that if you'd like any of the recipes that you've seen on today's show, or you want to learn more about our program, please check us out on Facebook. And don't forget to hit that like button, because when you do, you are automatically entered to win valuable restaurant gift certificates, courtesy of our show sponsors.
So for the Key Video production crew and everybody here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Oliver Wolf.
I'm Jan Farrington. Have a great week, everyone.
And remember, food rules.
If you only make it to one bridal show before your wedding, this is the show of shows and you won't want to miss it. It's Buffalo Bridal Expo, featuring some of the area's finest wedding vendors, along with thousands of dollars in discounts and prizes. Come to the expo, the Buffalo Bridal Expo, Sunday, February 19th at Seneca Niagara Resort and Casino, and plan your whole wedding in one great day. Tickets are free, but they're going fast. Register today and instantly download your tickets at buffalobridalexpo.com. That's buffalobridalexpo.com.